Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to The Discriminating Gamer and another unboxing video. Today we're going to take a look at Burning Banners by Christopher Moeller. This is published by Compass Games. Now, this is a fantasy war game featuring 6 unique factions. We're going to have the vampiric army of the night, the marauding orc tribe, the swarming mountain goblins, the mighty Eastern Empire, the northern raiders of the Forge Land, and the dwarven kingdoms of the Oathborn. Now, this is a game for 2 to 6 players. Your playtime is going to be about an hour plus, depending on the scenario you're playing, and it's for 14 and up. Okay, I remember hearing about this game a while back. Came out, I believe, in 23, and I was excited about this because I'm learning to like war games a whole lot more, and fantasy is one of my favorite themes. So let's open this thing up. Let's take a look inside. I'm really excited to see what this is going to look like. And I've actually seen a couple pictures and has a really cool table presence. So, and that artwork, fantasy artwork, I like. Okay, now let's see. We are going to rage against or with the Witch Queen. Oh yeah, let's get this thing open up. Now, as soon as we open this thing up, what we're going to find is, I don't know if these are going to be some player boards. Let's see if we can get this thing off. All right. See if I can keep everything in camera today. Holy God. All right, Lith Queen of the Army of the Night. Okay, these are all just, yep, little one-sided. We have, oops, see if we get that in the camera. Sorry about that. Weasel, Eyes of the Goblin. The Warlord Schnark of the Orcs. Gond, the Unbreakable of the Orcs. And, like, man, I am murdering these words. The Eastern Empire. Yeah, let's just go with that. Finger Cutter of the Goblins. That's about fitting. All right, there's your Dwarf of the Oathborn. Another Oathborn. What is that? Stormcaller. All right, Grey Wolf. Asher the Fjordland. Army of the Night. And Thor the Fjordland. All right. This is some nice, you know, this reminds me of like 80s old school pencil artwork. It's actually really cool looking. This kind of brings me way, 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 way back. Which there's nothing wrong with that because, well, you know, I've been gaming for a really long time. All right, so inside this bag, we are going to have the Traveler's Guide, okay? Inside the Traveler's Guide, which is going to be 15 pages long, we are going to have, let's see, get this in, see if I can keep some glares out. All right, looks like we have Sign of the Sword. They've got the gods right there. I'm thinking this is just little lore for the game. Rulers, heroes, villains. Let's see, we got the Oathborn there. So, and their heroes. This almost looks like just kind of a lore book. The Army of the Night, the Orcs. So some more pencil artwork there. Really nice. Okay, here's our rulebook. And oh, this is thick. All right, so there's your unit ratings. Okay, so it looks like you'll be able to see what all the units look like based on that. Here's your advanced game down there. And this is going to be a 57-page rule book. All right. Yeah, we're ready for that, aren't we? Okay. Let's just kind of, there's a lot of pages, so we don't need to get them all real fast, but let's just kind of flip through, see what we have inside this book. Our banners, our unit. Looks like we got the basic game part right here. Looks like we're going to have our board set up. Now, one of the things I do like about some of these games, especially these really, they're kind of really in-depth, is I like it when they give you a basic game, then they give you an advanced game. Or they'll do different scenarios that slowly kind of introduce all the different components of the game. It just, to me, it makes it easier to learn. You know, some of those earlier scenarios, you know, that you might play them and you're like, ah, you know, this is okay. It's kind of maybe a little slow, maybe a little boring or whatever. But sometimes it's a lot easier to learn the game that way than if you try to just jump all in on the advanced game. Now, some people just don't mind going into the advanced game. It depends on the game. I'll definitely do that myself. But it really depends on the game. This is one, just looking at it, I think I would actually probably play that basic game first and then move into the advanced game. Just because I would kind of want to get down, you know, some of the basic game mechanics. All right. Okay, we have some references right here. So I hope you guys have been paying attention to the book because I just been blabbering. I do that sometimes. But you guys have never noticed that, have you? Ooh. At least those of you that watch my videos all the way to the end. Yeah, maybe you have. A lot of references. And it looks like the references kind of show, you read it, it kind of shows where you need to go to in the rule book, which is really nice. And there you go. That is one heavy rule book. Okay, now we're going to have an even, I'm going to guess, thicker campaign book, which this one's going to be 60 pages. So we have our abilities and characteristics on the back. All right, now because this is a campaign, I really don't want to spoil anything. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to look at maybe the first scenario. We'll take a look and see what we're going to get. So we got the king, I missed a page. There we go. So here's your table of contents. So it looks like these are your different scenarios. The war begins, you're the crisis. Okay, then you got book one. All right, campaign 1, fight to the death. So basically it looks like what we're going to do is we're going to start off in a little scenario. Okay, it's going to give you a little bit of, here's your campaign 1, introductory to the campaign. And we'll see, maybe go one more page. Oh, campaign 2. Nope, we're not going to go one more page. And this is basically going to tell you what you're going to do for the campaign to start. I can go further. I don't want to spoil anything. If it's a campaign, I want to learn that one on my own anyway, so I don't even want to look at it. Okay, now we have this nice little page. This is cool. So Burning Banners, Rage of the Witch Queen, Clarifications Rulebook. So I'm guessing they have some different clarifications. Maybe they found something after everything was printed up. Some errors or errata, so they kind of gave you this sheet and threw it in the box. Okay, I like it when they do that. If they notice something before it gets released, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, things get missed all the time. I've proofread rule books before, and I miss stuff. So, all right, so we have a combat resolution sheet. All right, it looks like we're going to get 2 of these. There's your combat sequence, your ambush, your strikes. Okay, there's your turn sequence all in the middle. We got your actions. There's your, looks like a winter phase, some free actions. And go to the back, and there's all of the different terrain effects. Wow, terrain is really going to play a role in this game. All right, so there's that one. We're going to have a second one. All right, and whoa, that's going to be heavy. So let's go over here. Okay, we're going to have some black dice. Okay, and these are all going to be just some nice 8-siders. Okay, those, I mean, they feel good. I kind of wish the white was a little more defined in them. It's almost a gray, but I can see them just fine. And well, that's a lot of 6s. Whew, not sure we want that many 6s. Okay, but they're okay. I mean, they're gonna work. No problems there. And we're gonna get a whole bunch of 6-sided dice. And this is some really noisy stuff. All right, but see now the 6s, they're white, but look how that black, man. Look how the number, it's easy to see these. To me, it's easier to see. I don't know, everybody's eyes are just a little bit different. Nice, good variety of numbers there. So these are fine. I like a little round, my corners rounded a little bit more, but they will work just fine. All right, now we're gonna have, looks like 4 decks of cards. Not sure what they all are, but we're gonna go based on the back. So let's go ahead and start. Let's go up here. Looks like we got maybe our heroes. Okay, let's open that guy up and let's take a look at it. So it looks like, just kind of flipping through the back. Yeah, it looks like each one of these is a different hero you can get. Okay. All right, let's kind of go through these. Okay, first 4 lands are Master Sailors, Goblins. These might be like just, the information cards. That's what these are. These are, all 4 of these are just going to be information cards that you're going to get. Okay, and it looks like these are all the different heroes that you're going to be able to meet. Here, let's see if we can zoom in a little bit on this. See these a little bit better. Okay, let's take a look at these. At the Man Strangler. I love. See, you know, this game to me, this looks like something I would have played back in my D&D days. This would have been my buddies that were really good at art. This is what they would have handed on. It's more information cards. I mean this brings me back. This brings me back to old school 80s. I know all this stuff is hand drawn. Is it the best artist in the world? Probably not. But you know what? If the game is going to fit this theme, if this is going to take me back and make me feel like I'm a kid again in school, you know, playing games with my buddies on the weekends, I'm okay with it. I really don't mind this. I like this. I like this. All right. Each one of these characters look like they are entirely different. And there's several of them. There's a lot of them. I like it. Yeah. The more I'm seeing this game, the more I'm actually really wanting to take a look at it and get this played. I've seen the name a lot. I'm excited about it. Although, I guess I can say that about most games. I get excited about a lot of games. This is an entire deck of spells. Okay, so we're going to have our Heat Lightning. That's interesting. Looks like we got some different ranges on them. Okay, Spirit Blade, Sigil of Courage. So, yeah, I don't, you know, if you guys used to play D&D back in the day, switched over to board games, maybe went back to D&D, yeah, let me know down in the comments. I'd be curious. I like to read up on that stuff. You know, I played a lot of role-playing games when I was in school back in the 80s, and it was just a lot of fun. Didn't do a ton of board gaming back then. But this, yeah, this looks really good. Okay. All right, if you need to look at these any longer, as always, like I say, just hit that pause button, take a look at it. I don't know, maybe you're hitting the mute button by now and not listening to me, and you can't hear a single word that I'm saying. But I know some of you listen because you've commented on some of my stories, and I appreciate it. So, you know, if I know some of you like these unboxing videos, some of you don't, but if it helps one person, I'm happy. We got some blessing cards here. I like how these open. They got that little perforation right down the middle. These cards open really nice. Oh, we got looks like some blessing cards, but they have different backs. So I'm guessing it's going to maybe based on the territory, or they're different blessings per character. And it looks like we're going to have some optional starts. Let's pull those off to the side. Okay, so these are going to be the blessings. I don't know what these are going to be for. So after rolling its dice in combat, an orc army may reroll all failures. After resolving combat, the army takes a hit. Okay, so it's just looks like just different advantages that you may be able to get. Okay, depending on what race you are, I'm sure you're going to have, like, looks like you're going to have your own little deck. I'm guessing that symbol right there is going to let you know from the front side what faction it is. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe it just says whether it's a melee or what it's going to be for. I don't know. Let's see. So that would be... Yeah, so it looks like that is going to be the same symbol that's going to be like on the back of the card. So, all right. You know, it'd probably help if I like looked up a game before I actually opened the box. But you know, my favorite thing about doing these is I want to experience inside of this box for the very first time, just like you guys are. I mean, I'm sure you guys are researching your games a little bit more before you buy it. If I'm spending a bunch of money on a game and I'm buying it, yeah, I'm going to do a little more research as well. But I like to, I love just opening a box and just experiencing for the first time what it feels like. I love it. Okay, so these are going to be, let's see, we got setup cards. Let's see what they are. So optional quick, start setup card, introductory campaign, campaigns 1 through 6. Oh, okay. So campaigns 1 through 4. All right, so what these are going to be is these are probably going to tell you, yeah, so for your campaigns, where you're going to set different things up for your optional setups. Okay, I probably repeated myself 3 times right there, and probably half of that didn't make any sense at all, but oh, it's all right. But yeah, so, I mean, I just love opening these boxes, looking at what all the components are, and just going, oh, I mean, it just kind of, it gives me a different sense of the game. I mean, I want to learn and I want to play, you know, play these games based on what I'm seeing, but man, when I open it, it just kind of totally changes it. All right, so this is going to be a stack of treasure cards. I got some other blessings down there. I put those off to the side. Okay, Fountains of Valor. Gain a hero, then gain a treasure, and eliminate this card. Wow, that's a nice little treasure. So, and we got a ton of heroes over there, so it looks like we're going to have multiples of some of these cards. Iron Golem. I'm not seeing really a lot of multiples. I'm trying to pay attention to it, but I'm also trying to keep everything on the camera because I got it zoomed in, and I'm really good about getting stuff off camera, as you all know. But hey, you know, those of you that stick around, watch these things to the end, I really do appreciate it. I like looking at these games. I love opening them. I love showing you guys what's in them. And like I said, if it helps some of you and gives you a better idea of what's in this game, that's all it means to me. That's all I care about. All right, it looks like we have more blessings. So this is going to be 2 more factions. All right, we'll just kind of flip through those real fast. So it looks like just a lot of blessings. Well, there's a lot of factions. There's 6 factions in this game. And from what I'm seeing, each one of these factions look like they're going to play totally different. Gain a hero, yeah. So, oh man, I'm really liking what I'm seeing so far in this game. Okay, now I'm going to put all these cards off to the side. Let's go ahead and zoom back out so you can actually see what I'm doing. All right, because I don't know. See, what do we have here? We have a ton of counters is what we have. So let's put this off to the side. I'm going to open that up here in a second, because what I'm going to do now is it looks like we have a whole bunch of game boards. Okay, so I'm going to show you all these game boards. So I'm guessing different scenarios are going to have different boards. Okay, now they're blank on the back. See, this is where they probably could have cut them in half by double-siding these boards. But then again, maybe some of the boards you have to put side by side and make an even bigger, huger, larger map. Okay. All right, I'm going to kind of just slide it around a little bit so you guys see. Let's get these cards out of the way a little bit better. All right. My table that I do this on is actually kind of small. All right, there you go. But this looks really good. The Spire of the Moon. You know, oh, this. Some of you are going to like this artwork. Some of you are not going to like this artwork. But I'll tell you what, this brings me back to my olden days of gaming. Oh man, I like this. I'm not a drawer, but I used to try to hand draw stuff. So this kind of makes me feel like I did this myself. There you go, and that's that map. I'm curious, if we put all these maps together, is it going to make a big giant world map? I have a really large game table downstairs, and I think I'm going to go take them all down there, and I'm going to see what this world looks like with all these maps put together. All right, I'm really liking this. I'm really liking what these maps look like. All right, I'm kind of curious. So if we take this map here, would this map here fit up against, you know what? Check this out. All right, so if we take this map and slide it down here and take this map and put it right there, look at that. So yes, these maps are going to just create one big giant world map. And this game is going to send you all over this world. That, to me, is so outstandingly cool that I love it. Okay, this is one that's going to make me really want to play the campaign. Okay, and there you go. There's the last one too. I've now shown you all of the maps in this game. All right, and I could probably go online, go to BGG or something like that, and find every someone's probably already done it. It's probably out there. All right, but that's okay. I want to experience that myself. I like to look at it. All right, now this is a big giant stack of cards. Got a card display where we're going to put stuff. We got some tokens in here. It's all shrink wrapped together. There's a lot of components in this game. All right, so let's see what we got. So it looks like we're going to have a card display here. These are nice, thick, chunky cardboard. So we're going to set this down. This is where we're going to put all our different cards. Okay, that's nice. Okay, we got our season display. Okay, so we're going to track our year, what it's going to be, our turns, our income track. All right, and these are all appear to be one side. Now, these, I'm guessing, are going to be our player boards. So let's take a look at those. And these are, yep. Okay, we got the Eastern Empire, and there's 6 of them. So we got our basic. This is going to be for our advanced game, looks like. So I'm guessing we're going to be able to grab tokens. We're going to be able to slot them in there, or those are probably your armies. You might be able to put them out on the board. I don't know. Fjordland. Okay, so the backside's all just basically going to be the same as that top. Okay. All right. This video is getting a little long because I'm getting a little long-winded. There's a lot of really cool stuff in here. I don't know about you guys. Sometimes you guys ever open a game, a box, and you start flipping through the components. Jeez, you start going through everything, opening everything up, and you're like, some of the stuff is just so captivating that you just dwell on that. It's like, oh man, I just got to look at this stuff here a little bit more. It's just that exciting to me. And all right, so here is going to be a counter sheet, and as you can see, those things just fall out. Okay, and here's your backside. All right, so I'm kind of trying to look. Let's see. Let's put that off to the side. So if we take one of these tokens here, okay, let's kind of slide it up. Okay, what do we got? Got the free holders. So I don't know what that 2 and that 3 and that is. Okay, flip them over. So it looks like that might be Yeah, so it looks like that's going to be the damage side. And I like how, so you got the blue, you got this little banner on the side so you can tell the difference. Okay, enough of that. Let's go back to counters. Let's get this thing done. All right. Okay, so here's going to be the counters for sheet 2, the Army of the Night. I like how they kind of label everything off to the side, so when you're punching it, it's easy to keep them grouped together. All right, the only thing I'm going to have to do is I didn't see any bags or any way to store these, so I'm going to have to go digging for some Ziploc bags to put everything together. I've got some books down here in the bottom. Okay, a lot more of that pencil artwork. Everything's this hand-drawn pencil artwork. I do like it. All right, and this is going to be a lot more of our other counters. So it looks like we have each one of the factions you're playing. Okay, our campaign end, our season end. Okay. Oh, that's cool. So I'm not sure what these counters are for, but if you flip them over, all right, it looks like they may be random counters you're going to put out. You might find the Colossal Worm, the Dire Wolf, and look at, I mean, these things are just falling out. I can't even turn these. Okay, so now it looks like we have, okay, so control tokens. So every faction looks like it's going to have their own control token. We got a -1 on control. Okay, looks like the backside is going to be just a little bit different. So as you're going around controlling different areas and whatnot, you're going to be placing your tokens down. Okay, areas might be raised. Looks like these are going to be all your money tokens. Okay, and there you go. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is all of the components for this game. So let's see how this thing is going to fit back in the box. All right, so let's go ahead and put our box here in the middle. Let's just take all of these tokens for now. We're going to put them in here. I am going to go through and I'm going to punch this. Put them all in Ziploc bags. You don't need to watch me do that. That's even more boring than what I'm doing right here. We'll put these boards on top. All right, now these tokens that have just kind of fallen out, let's just take them, and honestly, I'm just going to throw them here for right now, but I'm going to go, trust me, I'm going to go through this. Everything's going to get put together. Nothing's going to get damaged. All right. I'm very OCD when it comes to games and organizations and stuff like that. This is a game I can totally see me building a foam core insert for. Just to help keep it organized because there's going to be so much. Okay, we're just going to put this. I just want to see how much room we have in this box when everything's done. We're going to take all these characters, you know what, and we'll just set them right there. Will they actually double up? Oh, yeah, see, that's even better. I like it like that better. Okay, and then we're going to have our combat charts. Okay, our rulebook sheet. We're going to have our 2 books. I like to flip them that way, and we're going to have that. And look at that. There's so much extra space. There's going to be, oh, man. This is screaming expansion. There's room for it. All right, and let's get this lid back on. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that is Burning Banners. I'm sorry this video was a little bit long, but I just get super excited looking at this game. This game looks fantastic to me. I want to get to this table. I want to play it. If you've played it, please let me know in the comments what you think about this game. And as always, thank you for watching. Please somebody help me on my feet again. And I don't know where I'm going, and I don't know where I've been. Number 9, Root Canal, The Dentist Wars.